If you think that tracking calories and macronutrients is too hard, well then what I think is that you're just lazy. What's going on, fam? Angus Beef here. Massive welcome back to the channel, aka Anti-Diet TV. I hope you're enjoying my videos. And thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time to click. In this video today, I'm going to talk about the whole notion that is people that think they don't have time to track because it's just too hard, yeah? And, or they're just, yeah, like my persona of this in terms of my opinion, yeah, is just that the person is just too lazy, yeah? Because what I often find is that people that say this and think this, more often than not, also spend a shitload of time watching fucking TikTok videos and swiping the old Tindergram and yeah, basically, yeah, just blowing time on shit that doesn't serve them or their goals, right? But yet they think that tracking calories and macros is too hard, right? That it requires too much time. So what I basically think is a couple of things. Well, if you're in this frame of thinking, yeah, chances are is that you're just too lazy and that you haven't been shown how to track effectively, right? Because yes, obviously tracking, like, it does involve some notion of giving a fuck. Like, you do have to fuck around and basically tracking the food choices that you're making and obviously, yeah, entering into an application. But it's like, well, mate, fuck, like, whatever. Like, the plus is that you get to eat whatever you want to hit the targets that you have for yourself, right? So it's like there's pros and cons to everything. And obviously if you say, for example, like a just team meal plan, well then it's like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, you then in that case basically are only eating what's off on the plan. But the thing is that if you want something else that's off the plan, well, you can't fucking do it because it's not on your plan and you need to eat what's on the plan to hit your targets. You see what I mean? So this is why, fam, when it comes, like, if you can be educated with how to track properly, what this gives you is so much freedom within the structure that comes from it. Freedom! So example, let's say that you're say someone who wants as much variety as possible, right? In your food choices, and you don't like uniformity, you just want to be able to eat whatever you want every single day, but then awesome, this is where tracking is going to be a really good fit for you, and then therefore awesome, you get that added plus that is being able to eat what you want, plug it into the app, and then as long as it fits your numbers, awesome, you're laughing, mate, yeah? But let's say, for example, that you want that, but you also want like a lot of sameness and rigidity, and you don't want to have to think about making new food choices every day. Well, then what you could actually do is in the application itself, you can actually pre-plan out a full day's worth of eating, right? And then if it hits all your numbers, you can just repeat that across as many days as you want, right? This is actually what I do sometimes when I'm pretty close to stage time. I actually, yeah, enjoy doing that because it gets to a stage where you literally just can't be fucked thinking about what you want to eat. You want to make things as simple as possible, and therefore, yeah, like, it's a cool strategy to have. But then in saying that though, if you're someone who's very time poor, but you want all of this flexibility and fun that comes with it all, if I were you, yeah, like, still pre-plan as much as you can. And then that way, it'll make sure that you don't spend that much time on the app. Because I find that for someone who hasn't been coached properly with how to track and how to pre-plan and how to enter food choices, it can be a big time-consuming fucking weird process of, like, knowing how to enter targets in MyFitnessPal, let alone track food. So it's like, pay someone to teach you this shit so that it's like, so that you can truly learn how to be able to capitalize on how much of an awesome tool that it is. Because seriously, like, I remember when I first started tracking, right, which is about 7 or 8 years ago now, and MyFitnessPal was just like a fresh baby, yeah, and like, I found it amazing even back then, right? And then if you go back a short period of time prior, there was no MyFitnessPal, there was no food tracking apps. You would have to fuck around basically entering all your food into a spreadsheet and then having to work it all out yourself. So imagine how time consuming that would be, yeah? So the cool scenario here is that once you get good at using MyFitnessPal, it starts to recognize all your habits, it starts to recognize all the food that you love to eat, it brings up a lot of cool settings that you can play with to repeat meals and make recipes and stuff like that. So it's like, you can make it become as user-friendly as you want to, basically, provided that you use it ongoing. So I'd encourage you to, especially at this exciting period of time at the moment. MyFitnessPal has got new owners that have just bought it. I don't think it's under Armour anymore. It's now, I can't remember their name, but it's like they're going to be pumping huge dollars into making it better. So stick around, people that are using MyFitnessPal. But then in saying that, also remember, it's just a tool. You don't have to use it for fucking forever, right? It's just a tool to use for periods of time. Like me, for example, in 2020, I haven't tracked since January. Yeah. Whereas before that, I was on and off tracking for about 7 or 8 years based on goal. And now the only time that I'm going to be getting back into tracking again is when I want to dial in while I next do a cut, whenever that is. But outside of that, like, see this shit? Like, maintaining abs and fucking decent conditioning without even needing to track. And that's because when you have a decent period of time of tracking, you get to a stage where you learn what's in everything anyway, and you can easily repeat meals, and it's just an awesome game of intuition, basically. But if you're new to tracking, and if you're that sort of person thinks it's too hard to even bother learning, it's like, mate, grow a set, like toughen up, right? Maybe like 10 to 15 minutes a day dedicated to tracking. If you want to save even more time, pre-track where possible, all right? But if you have any questions around this or some thoughts, or maybe you've got an opinion that you want to express, let's light up that comments below. I'm all about that. Let's keep the conversation going. If you found this video valuable, let us know as well. Drop it some love, share it with someone who you think could get some value from watching it. And yeah, big love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time in the Anti-Diet TV world. Peace.